I'm excited to be back, my man. It was 9 days in Vegas. We got stuck in the desert, and we had a little hangover remix out there, man.
I wore a wig to school once, and they said no headgear was allowed.
How did, the,
spider web
was it
tights.
Obvious that it was a wig?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was
It was
having
a terrible
fun.
wig.
See, this is exactly why we have them on the show, and this is what makes them fun.
You're listening to KXVS, the voice of Stockton, 92.1 FM.
Do you want to relive the golden days of Stockton? Join Nate Knott on Stockton Alive every first and third Monday at 6 p.m. Tune into thevoiceofstockton.org.
Hi everyone, this is Dr. Julie Dameron, local veterinarian for over 20 years. I am so excited about my new radio show, Tales and Tips, on Tuesday morning at 10 a.m. on Facebook, YouTube, Voice of Stockton, and KXVS Radio. I will discuss relevant issues affecting animals and pet owners today, how to avoid common problems, and how to extend the quality of life for your cherished companions. As a community advocate, I will also discuss important social issues that affect our city. I plan to showcase organizations and heroes who are doing amazing things to help others. Remember to tune in every Tuesday morning at 10.
The views and opinions expressed in the following program do not necessarily reflect those of KXVS, the voice of Stockton, or its parents, affiliates, management, and staff.
The voice of San Joaquin and the voice of Stockton present Challenge Mode with your host, Ben Sanchez.
Gov, it's another episode of Challenge Mode. It's the final episode of the year. Thanks everyone for
Episode. Wow.
sticking with us and being a part of this incredible journey this year, and all your support for Voice of Stockton Radio. KXVS is the only Stockton community radio station, and our last episode is a familiar person, as she's been on months ago. Vanessa, welcome back.
Thanks for having me again. Thank you.
It was always fun, and we kind of put this together at the holiday stock market when we ran into each other, and we kind of talked a little bit, and you said you wanted to come back and share a few things with us. But so what's been going on with the Cafe Nesta Catering since we last saw you?
Oh, I've been really busy working on building my company and actually want to be more involved with the community. So there's a lot that's going to happen this coming up new year. Mm-hmm. And let's just say I'm investing a lot to do more than what I was originally expecting to do. I feel like I need to do more because there's so much that this, community has given back to me. You guys,
Mm-hmm.
The Central Valley Chamber of Commerce, they're amazing. And so I'm just, I really want to give back. So there's things that are going to be coming up in the stock market. I'm going to have a whole new tent.
Oh.
A whole new equipment.
Okay.
I think I'm going to work on a different logo as well. Mm-hmm. Working on a menu too. Mm-hmm. So my menu's going to be more just versatile. Like I'm going to have a little bit of everything instead of just one or two things. Yeah. And really open up my veggie platters. I get a lot of requests. Yeah. So I'm definitely doing that. I see him smiling over there like, yeah.
Yeah, as everybody knows, Gov, vegetarian. Nice. He loves it.
Oh man, and you know what? I'm just gonna tell you though, like when we had you over, I'm early. I was already starting to talk about you.
It's all good.
When we had you at the Summer Wonderland.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And man, it was a trip. Everything was just scrumdiddlyumptious. A word.
Thank you.
Man.
And you sold out too, right?
Yeah. Usually I'm really good at selling out every event. My customers love it. I get some people that come back again and again. Yeah. So I don't mind, And I love the interaction that I get with them. I get to actually talk with them a little bit more. Mm-hmm. The stock market, the holiday stock market that we did. My daughters came and helped me, so that was really fun to watch them kind of, grow with that. I had no idea they were going to take on so fast. Like they were on it
Yeah,
with the
yeah.
money and everything, my, portioning and everything. So I was really proud of them. I stopped back, I sat back and I kind of watched them a little bit to see, if they're doing it, correct or anything,
Yeah.
but no, they were really on point. So I'm really excited that this coming up year, they're old enough to like do a little bit more with me, so I think I'm gonna have my girls to come more and more of the events that I do, so I can show them too, so they know how to run the restaurant when it becomes theirs.
And I know one of your daughters is really technical into the photography too.
Yes, she's she has an eye with the camera. She does amazing work, and she really knows how to really take the beauty in every little thing. So I'm excited for her to work on that as well. And I want to, help her build her own business. So by the time she's 18, she's good to go.
Right. And you can kind of be a help with the portfolio, right?
Absolutely.
With all the food.
Exactly. With the food, she does great landscaping and with family pictures as well. So she's definitely
well on her way to doing that. And so let's talk about the experience with the holiday stock market, from beginning to end, because I didn't catch it. Gov didn't get out there. I got out there late. So kind of how was that experience when you got there and setting up, till...
Oh man, it was massive. I mean, I knew it was going to be a lot of people, but it was massive.
There was a lot of people.
Yes, and there were so many great vendors out there, with their unique, things, and then also the Whiskey Barrel was there.
That's right.
He's really awesome.
Poppy Coffee too. Got some hot chocolate.
Yeah. And I actually went by there and got hot chocolate for the girls. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, they really love their hot chocolate, so they're awesome too. Yeah, I had a chance to break back for just a little bit and go walk around and kind of like, I didn't even get a chance to go all the way around.
Yeah.
I only went like halfway because I wanted to stay close to them. I don't want to go too far.
Right.
So I was looking at everything, and oh man, I got to know some of the other vendors, and I gave them some of my pozole, and they gave me some of their, hot sauce. So I was like exchanging. I was like, here.
Yeah. Well, and that's something that, if you're a vendor and a single vendor, sometimes you don't always get to do that. Or you have some extra help, and you kind of want to be around.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I want to interact with everyone else and get to know everyone. So because I really I'm really excited for these events, and I want to continue to do them. So I'm super stoked for next year. Definitely. I'm going to have more of a variety, bigger menu last time.
Oh.
I was speaking with Amy, she gave me some ideas. Oh, you should, these would sell really well. And I'm like, I should have saw that before, but
okay.
I'll definitely do that for the next one.
Yeah.
So.
And that's one thing I like about Vanessa's tent is when you had it here at Summer Wonderland too, and then we kind of passed by over there at the holiday one, but everyone's like, so whoever's usually running the booth is always really super cool, super friendly, and then you can kind of see. Now over here when we did we saw your booth, everything was open. I always like that, like seeing the process of like you making everything, and I always because there's some that everyone's all closed off and you don't know what's going on in there. So
no, I don't. Even with my new tent, it's not going to be. It's going to remain open. It's just I'm going to have more of my logo and print on there.
Okay.
So it'll be easier for me to set up. I like having open, especially I need some airflow in there.
Yeah.
You think it doesn't get hot in those little tents, but it does. It gets extremely hot. So I like having the open vent.
Yeah. And one thing that we saw over at the market that they had the boat parade. I don't know if you got to catch any of that.
Actually, where I was at, I saw everything. I saw the boat parade.
So you were in a good spot.
I saw the tree lane. I saw the
horse carriage.
Yes, I saw everything.
Wow.
So I was watching.
Yeah, and that's the cool thing too, is once the team kind of gets a little bigger, you kind of get to take those things in a little bit more too. But that probably actually helps you with social media, right?
Yes, absolutely. I was able to go and do a little quick live session, just to show everyone what they were missing if they weren't there.
Yeah, and how has that been working for you since last time we saw you? I feel like you're more active in social media now.
Yeah, I'm working on it. I'm still, trying to expand, still working on my social media image. So that's something that I'm constantly working on, trying to improve. And this coming up year, I'm going to have, my full site, my website will be up, full running. I will have all my other accounts up and running as well. And I'm just, like I said, working on my image and working on investing more, because I want to do things that are going to help the community as well.
Yeah.
Even if I have to donate, my time and food, as long as I can get out there and, make a difference. Especially with the whole school system. I'm really against how the school is, you know, and I feel like more parents need to step up and say something. We need to do something about it. So I want to figure out some sort of, event that I can do to help raise awareness of this and help get parents back into, the school board to be like, okay, we need some changes. This is not, and same with the teachers, so what can we do to get them more pay so we have better teachers, you know? There's just so much that I want to do. And so I'm breaking it all down and kind of putting things in order. And there's lots of ideas that I am looking forward to do. So that, like I said, that's a lot that you'll be seeing a lot more of me.
But it's good. I mean, it's good to have those kind of things going on in the background and how,
Gina Anderson, this is my 6th grade teacher.
There you go.
5th grade, 6th grade. Yeah, 6th grade. Gina Anderson. Oh my God, hi.
It's good to see that you're so motivated and so on the go, and that's kind of but that's entrepreneur life, right?
Yeah,
you're
absolutely,
just always going.
Absolutely. You kind of have to be, even though there's some days are going to be really hard and difficult, you have to just take a breather, even if you have to just take a break for a minute and step back and just breathe.
Yeah.
I sometimes take a break from social media just so I can get my bearings. I suffer from anxiety, really bad anxiety issues. I have panic attacks where my whole body just shuts down.
Oh, okay.
And so that's another thing that I want to work on. I want to help other people who have that same issue. And it's hard when you're, having your own business and you have to deal with this and you have a busy life and then kids, it can be overwhelming, but it's possible to work through that. It's very possible. You just have to keep pushing, have to stay positive.
Right. And of course, surrounding yourself with, a great team and great community members.
Absolutely. And my jobs, are great. I work at UOP.
Yeah, and you talk about this too, because I feel like UOP's been really great and very flexible.
They're amazing. Oh, I love being seasonal worker. So I have winter break, spring break off, summer break. So I have the same schedule as the students do. So that time gives me the time to work on my other businesses, and so I just I really like the schedule that I have too. It's from I work nights, so I'm with the kids all day, take them to school, pick them up, do what I need to do during the day, and then at night, while they're sleeping, I go to work. So it's great, and with it works as well. It's a great company to work for too. So I get to do all that stuff from home and on the go and from my phone. So the things that I do really help invest into my business. So it's it's so flexible. I can move things around and still concentrate on my business 100%. And that's just, I couldn't have asked for anything better. This is perfect.
And it's great too, because you're still, doing what you like to do as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's really hard to find a job that, allows you to take that time off, especially if you have your own business, so I'm very grateful for them, and everyone's a great, team player there. My managers are great, so I'm very happy. I'm so glad that I stumbled into that job. It just kind of fell in my lap, and I was like, okay, yes.
Well, and that's a great, and it's exciting too. Now, one of the cool, exciting things that you kind of did a little different this year at the stock market was you did pozole.
Yes, pozole.
So let's talk about that for people that don't know what that is. Kind of maybe talk about what is that?
It's a Mexican dish, that my family's making for years, and it's a pork stew with hominy and some spice seasoning and oregano, and you eat it topped with fresh cabbage and cilantro and lime, and it's a tradition that we make during the holidays, and we gather all our family to come over, and we always make a big batch of it, and they make that in menudo. I'm more of the pozole. I like the pork.
Okay.
It's just, I don't know. I feel like more people enjoy that. And there's even some people who came in had no idea what pozole was, and they're like, "Yes, I'll try." And I even gave them a sample. I said, "Would you like to try it?" And they're like, "Wow, this is great!" And they, tried it for the first time and they bought it. So.
Wow, and that's great too, because I feel like events like these, people that aren't familiar with that kind of culture or the food, you're there to kind of, here's kind of what it is, and then of course you got the samples too, which is great. But you were the only vendor, I think, there that was doing a soup, right?
Yeah, that's why I was like, it's cold outside. I wanted to do something, that's warm, and it's really easy to make. It takes between 3 to 4 hours to make. You know, you just have to slow, and sometimes you can do it really fast. If you do it high heat, it'll take about an hour.
Yeah.
So it's really delicious. It's not. It can be really spicy, or it can be just with a light spice. And it's just a tradition that me and my family have been doing, like I said, for years.
Yeah.
Like my whole life.
So you probably learned from.
I learned from my mother, and my great grandmother. Taught my mother, and so. And then I teach my girls, so I'm really really want to keep that tradition going so that they can teach their kids as well.
Yeah. Do you ever think maybe like one of your kids down the road will do kind of a fusion with it at some point? Maybe
at some point, I know they will. I know, especially my little Daniela. She really took on the kitchen. Just like me. She's really good with the knife, and I'm surprised because I watch her very closely. Like, okay, don't cut your fingers.
Yeah, whoa, yeah.
Yeah, but she just knows, and her palate is amazing. I
Really?
cannot fool her. She does not like onions. If I put onions in something, Mom, it has onions. I'm like, how do you know? She's like, because I can taste it.
Yeah.
And it's like very little, so her palate is amazing. And I feel like when she gets older, she'll learn to play with, different flavors and kind of make things on her own. She's already kind of doing that already. So I'm excited to see what she develops.
So today you brought us enchiladas. Now, have you taught them, or they know the process? So they know already?
Yeah, they know. That's one of their favorite dishes every time. Like, Mom, make enchiladas, please.
Yeah.
So I had, I got to make extra. And I just made some not too long ago. I'm sure you saw it.
Yeah.
And they were telling me, yeah, you need to make enchiladas,
So let's kind of talk. So for obviously, again, for an audience that doesn't know what enchiladas are, kind of explain the.
It's basically the tortilla with wrapped with chicken and cheese inside, sautéed, and there's a green chili verde sauce that I made with it, and then with cheese. I always put a lot of cheese.
Yeah.
And cilantro. You can't have enough cilantro.
What kind of cheese do you use?
I like to use Colby Jack
and
some mozzarella.
Oh, okay.
So,
that's very good.
So I like to use those two, and then or sometimes I use the queso fresco, which is it's like feta, like Mexican feta cheese.
Yeah,
basically.
yeah,
It's
okay.
like that. I like to top it with that, but I wasn't sure if you like that cheese, so I was like, I'm just gonna go.
No, that's
with the traditional.
I'm
Colby
pretty
Jack,
open, yeah, because I've had both that kind of traditional style, and then the
Nice.
the Colby Jack, yeah.
Nice.
So with now obviously because everyone's like, oh, you're doing the vegetarian stuff, so that's on Gov's radar. Of course.
I made him specially a batch of vegetarian enchiladas with.
What?
Yes, I did. Yes.
What? The crowd goes wild.
Yes.
Go!
All just for you.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's sauteed bell peppers and onions and garlic and cheese all rolled up in that tortilla. Yes, with the green
That
sauce
sounds
and cheese.
so good.
Folks,
Yes.
I'm so happy that you're expanding the vegetarian menu. Because,
Absolutely.
This is something that it's not a trend. It's like a transformation. People are moving that way, and they're moving that way for all the right reasons, and only some of the wrong reasons. So it's
Yeah.
So yes, keep it up. The more options we got. I just bought a URL today. It's eatgoodfastfood.com.
Nice.
So and for some reason they're like, I should put this on there.
Yes.
I wonder. I'm thinking what I'm gonna do with it, and maybe I'll start it off as like a there's good fast food you could eat.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. So, anyways, but if I do that, I'm gonna put you on.
Definitely. Thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate the love. Heck yeah.
Now you do tons of what's probably the most popular thing that people ask for you to make?
I would say my tacos and sliders. Yeah. Oh, and my tarts. Everyone loves.
Yeah,
those.
those.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't think Gov had any of the tarts, but I remember because I had you cater.
No.
And we put together a
So
menu at the Asian Chamber,
bring you some.
and yeah,
Is there
okay,
a awe?
yeah. So those tarts were amazing. Yeah,
Thank you.
and then I think when we had you
Violation.
and I think when we had you over at the chamber, did we have you do taquitos? Is that what it was?
Yeah, I did like a little mixed platter for you. I had the chicken taquitos. I had my
Homemade
mango salsa,
chips.
the
Oh
chips.
my God, those chips.
Yes, and that little salad, and then I made those tarts for you guys. Yeah.
So now I haven't had the sliders. Now when you're doing like events and things like that, obviously you kind of go with the season,
right?
And so we probably won't see the sliders maybe in spring,
summer, yeah, definitely.
Okay. And so what's kind of on the calendar for, obviously stock market's kind of wrapped up. You're wrapping up, with UOP for the break. Are you obviously you have the free time to kind of check what's going on next year? Are there things that kind of pop up for you?
Oh yeah, there's Wedding Expo that I'm looking at. I usually do those once a year, and that's usually in the beginning of the year. And that's a really good way to get myself out there and book weddings and birthdays and stuff like that. And definitely, I'm doing all the events for stock market, absolutely. And I'm also booking events for my It Works team as well, so that we can also have a booth and share, these amazing products, with everyone. So I'm looking to expand on both, and I'm doing some later at Modesto. I'm going to be expanding, venturing out.
Yeah.
Not just Stockton, but around Stockton area as well.
Yeah, and I think that's cool too. Expansion's always fun, and for you, because you don't have a site set on a brick and mortar yet, you can kind of just pick and choose which one you want to do. And so for overall for this year, what was really like the standout event that you can think of that you participated in this year?
Oh, it was definitely the holiday.
The holiday one?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Oh my God. Like I said, that was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, because now I've been to several stock markets over this year, and I have to say this one, I couldn't, I had to wait to get in. That's unusual, for a stock market, right?
You came too late.
And so I came later on, and there was actual line going on.
Yes, it was all the way around. My mom tried to come, and she was circling. She's like, I can't get in. I'm just going back home. And I'm like, I'm sorry, Mom. I told you to come earlier, though.
Yeah.
I told you. So, yeah, that's when you do events when you go to events like that, you should really anticipate all the traffic. Because, man, it was crazy getting. Even for me as a vendor, it was really packed. So, where I had to, park, I had to find a parking spot. I had to park kind of, really circle around and look, and then unloading and going all the way, to my spot, so it was a little hectic, but so worth it. So worth it. Yeah.
And, you actually, did you sell out?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. All was left was just the juice. It was just the juice. So I'm like, okay, the broth, so, I'm happy with that, Usually I'm very blessed to where I can sell all my food and everyone loves it. And if I have any extra left, I give some to my crew, if I'm going to take home or, send home for Mom. She likes my leftovers.
Oh, yeah. I love, the extra stuff that comes home.
Yes.
Especially with what's going on. Now, you have, here on this plate, we have, is this the chicken?
The chicken,
enchiladas is what everyone's seeing right now. And, of course, Gov's got his veggies out there.
Yeah.
So, and you already...
I'm not jealous.
No. Yeah.
He's like, I got my own.
Not jealous at all.
Not at all.
So, when, as you're going to be expanding, obviously you've thought, and, you're getting the menu together. Can you reveal that yet? Or is there a sneak peek of what's going to be on the menu?
You're just going to have to wait and find out.
Okay. But we know enchiladas are going to be on there, right?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Now,
like I said, it's going to be.
So everything, but you're keeping everything. You're just expanding.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I'm keeping my favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
our favorites.
Yeah.
Our favorites.
I'm keeping the favorites. Absolutely. I can't take that away,
Yes,
but I'm just going to
go.
add a little more, a little more to it.
Yes. So there's going to be I think, if I could guess, maybe they're going to have giant portions.
Oh, yeah.
I like that.
Oh, yeah.
Like the bit, how you get the small microwave thing, and then they got the hungry.
The Hungry Man.
Yes.
Yes, yes. I'm gonna have some Hunger Man dinners. Yes, yes. That's exactly what I'm
That could be the new Hungry Man. Huh?
Oh man, because you know how you do it. It's not like twice as much,
right?
But you get twice as much.
Yeah.
You know? Oh, that's winning.
Yeah, I love it.
Because I like when I buy food, and my wife, sometimes I embarrass her at the restaurants. I'll like, okay, between these two items, which one's more food?
How
okay,
much?
because this one's this one's 12 and this one's 15. I mean, is it like $3 more food?
Oh man, she's
But
just like, oh my god.
That's all right. That's all right. But we don't got to worry about that when with Cafe Nessa. So.
No, my portions are pretty heaping. So I don't like it when it's just like little tiny. You got to make sure that you get what you pay for, and you want to get all the flavor.
Yeah, you want that person coming back in line, half finished with their food with two other people. And they stand in line while they're talking to them while they're eating.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Oh, this is good.
I've had that happen a few times. So,
Yes.
definitely.
Yes.
Definitely love that word of mouth when someone has something great, like, oh, yeah, where'd you get that? Oh, over there.
Yeah. Yeah. And do you find that happening a lot since you've been doing stock market?
Absolutely. I'm getting more people that remember me and recognize me. And they're like, oh, I remember you. You had this, and they really like my banner. I have pictures of these dishes that I did for a wedding, some appetizers, and they're asking for those.
Really?
Yeah.
What are those?
My stuffed mushroom and the bruschetta.
Oh, yeah. Because that actually, I think...
Yeah, I do some amazing stuff.
When you first came onto the program, I think those
the
were
bruschetta,
yeah. You had those.
Yeah.
So, the stuffed so those are coming back?
Yes. I'm going to do, like I said, when I very first started, I had a whole little set menu to like sample out, and I'm gonna go back to that. Now that I have more money to invest into each of my events, I can actually have that set aside and like sample out more, because I feel like that draws in more people.
Yeah,
they taste it and they're like, oh, that's great. Yes, I'm buying that.
Yeah.
So. I don't mind, like I said, I don't mind being giving. And some people are like, oh, no, you're giving away too much. It's got to be business. No, I'm sorry. This is me. This is how I run my business.
Hey, at the Amazon business model. Right? So you got to get all the market share first. You get all the market share. And people, they're like, man, I want to eat tacos, but Nessa's not available. So something else, right?
Yeah.
And then you got all the business.
Yep.
And that's all the money.
Yep.
Bam.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah, Amazon model.
Exactly.
Yes. If people get too much food for too less to starve out the competitors. No, I'm sorry. I got all excited. I watched the documentary before I came in.
Well, and it's very cool to see, from when we first met and see you, kind of take off and all the things that you're doing now. One of the things I see you do a lot is your involvement with some of the ribbon cuttings, because you've been on the Asian Chamber.
Yes.
And it's been really cool, because you're going to ribbon cutting, for another business, but you don't expect to see, some people just go in the store, oh, we'll just get whatever.
Right.
But I think this is a really cool way to get other community members that are involved in other industries, like yourself, and then you. Oh,
absolutely.
yeah,
I love supporting other businesses.
Yeah.
One day, they're gonna be there cutting, ribbon to my restaurant. So, I just love to go and show my love and support, and I love doing those. They're really fun to do. Vibes Up was the latest one.
Yeah.
And that was really fun. I love their store. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I need to go in there. I was like, man, I need to do some Christmas shopping in here.
Yeah, I know. They have tons of stocking stuffers.
They have amazing stuff, and the store looks amazing. It's so cute. I love the lighting and everything.
Yes.
The aroma. Oh, it's just great. I love the store.
It's a mood room.
It is very.
Yes. If you haven't had a chance to check that out,
yes,
go
Vibes
on the Miracle
Up.
Mile.
Miracle Mile.
Yes.
Is it?
Get your chill on.
Yes.
Come and chillax with
you can hang out in the. They have the chairs and the earth mats and all kinds of different things.
Yeah.
We also did for the Aikido.
Yeah, that's right. New School Aikido.
Yes, that was fun. I really enjoyed watching them. Do the all the demonstrations and everything, and people loved my food. They ate everything.
Yeah, I know. So out of some of the places that you've gone to do that for, have you met, obviously you're meeting new people, but are there people now starting to come up and
yeah,
ask
absolutely. Yeah. And like I said, they're starting to recognize me, that's what I want. I want, people to get to know me more.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't mind doing, these events and, giving away food and, having people, helping other people, helping other businesses, because, I want that support, and I'm already getting that support, and I don't even have a restaurant yet. So for me to have that, I have to give back, and it's great. It's great. And I feel like it brings the community together. I feel like we need that more in Stockton. Yeah. And it's crazy how Stockton has changed from when I was a kid till now. And I feel like there's more opportunity here for small businesses to, really, to start and really do something with, their passion and whatnot. So I think we need more of those, and we need that support from each other.
Yeah, and I think that's a big important thing just for, community building and, for small business. And I think entrepreneurs do it all the time. Yeah. I think once you kind of get in that arena, like you said, at stock market, and you're meeting new vendors, and it's just, you just have that same kind of energy, and positivity. And I think that's one of the things I think that's really great about events like those too. Yeah. And then you're probably learning a lot of stuff too from other people.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Always learning. And I love to learn from other people and kind of get their feedback and anytime someone has a suggestion or anything, hey, I'm all for it. I'm open.
How was the feedback from the holiday stock market? Did you
it was great. Oh yeah, definitely. There were so many people. They're like, "Oh, this is really good," or a lot of them say, it reminded of them, back home. Yeah. So I got lots of good marks from people, and like I said, there were some people who had never tried a pozole before. Yeah. And they kind of like looked at it like, but they ate it, and they're like, "Wow, that's really good." Yeah. Yeah, and I gave some to your mom. Did she? And she enjoyed it.
And it's awesome. Yeah, my mom's a big anything with soup. Yeah. Clam chowder, pozole, menudo, any of that stuff during this time, like that's what my mom will gravitate to. So
your mom's awesome.
And she's always, like even pho, and we'll go to the Korean place just right over here because they have, the soup there too. So yeah, she loved it because that's what. Again, that's what when she was growing up, my grandpa, her dad was the one that was doing all the soup. So just that's nice for the Hispanic culture, because you just kind of reminisce about those times growing up, and that's cool too, because you're passing that on. You're passing those traditions on.
Absolutely.
And so, what's on the horizon for you next year? Obviously, you're still going to be doing the catering. You're still going to be involved with UOP once spring, rolls around again.
There's actually some events at UOP that I've been looking at.
Really?
That I want to get my hands on. So I'm just kind of been looking and finding who I can speak with, and just really looking to see what events I can do, which I'm able to do, because I don't want to interfere with my time working there.
Right.
So I'm looking into that, and I'm also. There's this project I've been working on for a couple years, and I set it aside, but I think now that I have this job that gives me the time to really focus on it, I'm going to pick it back up. I've been working on a book for the last 2 years.
Really?
And I kind of set it aside for too long.
Yeah.
And my inspiration was basically my brother. My brother passed away. And after that, it changed me completely. And there's things that I actually had started when he was still alive, and he was really excited, but he actually encouraged me.
Yeah.
And he passed away, and I kind of put that aside, and then, got busy with life and everything.
Yeah.
But I've been sitting on this for so long, and there's just so much that I want to, say, I want to, give out. And I feel like this book, it will help people. There's a lot of things that I've been through that I've overcome, and it made me the person who I am today.
Yeah.
And, of course I'm gonna talk about, my business and everything in there and how I got started. But basically I want to be able to release this book and help people. If I can get one person to tell me, you know what, your book changed my life, then that's it. That's what I want. Yeah. I'm not in it to make a bunch of money. I actually, I want to do this. I want to let, this out and really help someone, because I feel like I need the things that I know that I've learned, I want to share with everyone else.
Yeah.
And that's something I will be working on this year. So I'm hoping it'll be done by the end of the year so I can have it released by 2020.
Yeah.
So working on that right now.
That's a big one too. And, you know, I'm also looking into that as well because, you know, I've just been doing so much poetry, and
I've seen your stuff. I love it.
And Laura and I were talking about like, and I've talked to several people like, I should make it a book, and
definitely.
So now like been talking with different people, and you know, talking with Governor Don too, and like all these options now that we didn't have before, like self-publishing,
right?
You know, through Amazon or other places. So. That's really cool. You know, hopefully,
nice. So we can help each other out.
Yeah, it's like, yes. Yeah, have you done it?
Yes, absolutely.
And that's the fun part of, you know, when you meet other entrepreneurs too, is sometimes you still have your other things that you want to do besides what you're super passionate for, but there's always going to be something, you know, on the side that, I really want to do this, and I really want to figure out how to do it.
Yes, absolutely. I really want to publish this, and like I said, it's been sitting for too long, and I haven't talked about it. And I said, you know what? I need to start talking about it. I need to start getting back into it because I know that this book could help people. I really feel like it can. And I'm super excited. I'm excited that you're doing that.
Yeah.
You know, then you can help me
I know
because
you know, we have like a lot of resources too. There's, you know, a lot of different writers in the area, and I've been talking with Nancy Brooks as well, and she's published, I don't know how many books she's published, easily over 30, 40 books.
Wow.
So, you know, she was doing writing shops for a while, which were really fun little events. And I actually think that she should be doing them more. Maybe, you know, we do something through Tara where we have like a writer kind of workshop. It's really, awesome. It was cool because it kind of helped you push forward, like out your ideas, or if you're struggling with somewhere, you'd focus on something else. Because that also happens to me when I'm working on creative stuff. You get stuck. But I mean, for this project, this should be exciting. And, you know, I look forward to when that process
absolutely.
comes out. That'd be cool
absolutely.
Too. And then as far as the business goes and the expansion of that, everybody can find you on Facebook. You got the Cafe Nessa Catering page, and then your website's coming next year.
I'm also working on a Chef Nessa page as well. And like I said, working on my social media and really expanding, and so you can find me easier, you know, and I just getting myself out there more and more. That's just what I'm working on.
Yeah, and of course you'll be back at Stock Market.
Absolutely.
You know, once that kicks in again, and then of course most of the ribbon cuttings I've been noticing, like, you know, when these businesses pop up, you know, your chefs there, you know, catering for those too. So. Do you have any idea of what the next event that you'll be at, maybe before?
I actually have to talk with Leslie, see what's you know, what's going on next. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because I told her call me for every single one. I'll be there for every single one if I can, and I love doing them. So
because I know that we had like a bunch of people interested already next year for, you know, the show, and more entrepreneurs popping up in the area, and more businesses, you know, that are popping up. So, you know, we'll obviously, you know, keep in touch, and we'll obviously keep, you know, watching and plugging away and seeing how the menu goes. I know Gov's going to have his eye on the menu for sure.
Yeah.
And but yeah, it's always great for you to come back and chat.
Yes,
and it's been
absolutely.
fun.
I love coming. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, and we can't wait to see what's going to happen next with you and, you know, the catering.
Oh, just there's a lot coming. There's a lot that I'm going to give back, and I can't wait to get started.
And of course, you can find. Now, you're not on Instagram yet.
Actually, I am.
I
haven't. I haven't uploaded anything new. So that's one thing I'm going to be, you know, uploading all my new things, and you know, like I said, working on Instagram, Twitter, everything, just everything.
Okay, so everything's coming, but of course, you can always catch. You know, all the great stuff coming out of Cafe Nessa Catering on the Facebook page, and then next year. she'll have the website ready with the menu, and you can kind of browse
Absolutely.
through that. And then, of course, you can always message. People can message you now because
Yeah.
you're still catering, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So you can message her now. Book
Yes.
now on Facebook.
Absolutely. Book now.
And we're going to try some of these great enchiladas, so we'll have to let all you wonderful people on Facebook go. But thanks again for tuning in
Thanks for
to our
having
show,
me.
and thanks for being a part of it and all your support here at the station. We look forward to seeing you guys next year. This is the last show for
last
Challenge
one.
Mode. But
your went by way too fast.
I know, it went really fast.
Like I blinked and it's already gone.
And of course, you can always catch all of our content on the Facebook page. And we have a playlist, a Challenge Mode playlist, if you just want to see Challenge Mode shows. But there's a playlist for every show. So, Governor Don, thanks for what a year, man.
Yeah, great year. Great year.
Great year for everybody.
Yeah, and thanks for putting forth all the effort you do on your show. You know, I have to say, and I hope the viewers can tell that you do put a lot of work into it and put planning, and your guests are prepared, and the show flows, and I just want to say congratulations on a successful new show. And,
I know, yeah.
I wish it much success.
This is the new this is the new show, and we started in March.
Yeah.
3 seasons.
Yeah, there you go.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, who would have thought 34 episodes? Actually, I was on the phone with Laura before we even got here.
34.
And she's like, what episode is this? 34? Are
Already?
you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
That's awesome. And more coming.
Yeah, and more coming too.
Yes.
So, we got a lot of great feedback about
Yeah.
the roundtable discussions. So look forward. Those are coming back. And hopefully we're getting more entrepreneurs to, not just network with each other, but have like really cool discussions about maybe things that they're struggling with, or their business plan,
Yeah.
or, hey, how do I find a
Absolutely.
brick and mortar, or how am I trying to, there's so many of you in different phases of your life and in your business that, maybe you just haven't met yet. And like, it'll
Definitely learn from each other.
it'll
yeah.
click, and that's how it works. And so that was the goal of the show. Everybody loved those discussion panels. We'll bring those back. We'll bring more new entrepreneurs back. Of course, check in on all of our, community members and see where they're at next year.
Yes.
It's been fun.
Yes. It's been a great year.
All right, Gov, let's take us out.
All right.